Hey guys, so this is my day one page. Now I've gone and done my day three page. Here, let me just show you real fast. So this is for day three right here. Take this out so you can see it. Day three. And I did this page this way, and because after I was sitting, and then just so you know, I'm going to have a full page picture right here that I've already ordered because I can't print 6x8s, but so I've ordered that, so it's on its way. But I did this page because I had done this page and day two, which is here, and I just wasn't happy with it. So I just felt like after doing my cover and everything and the title page that it just wasn't how I wanted it. So it was really hard because I had done it and it's like, okay, I've got my story, I've got everything, I've got this page protector, it seems like it should be fine. But I really just didn't like the way it turned out. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to leave it there for a second, get my day three one done, and then I'll decide. So what I'm going to do. So I decided after doing my day three page that I'm just going to redo this page. I'm going to use all the elements that I've already got here, but I'm going to stick, and I just made the commitment, I'm sticking to 6x8 page protectors throughout this entire album. I'm not going to do any of these mixed sizes unless I do it where it's just decorations, because I'm not happy with all of this like pocket page stuff. I mean, there's a reason I don't do pocket pages. It's usually not my thing. I'm not really sure why, but it bothers, I just can't do it. I love other people's. It's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I love everybody else's. And then mine I never like the way they come out. So I've just decided that I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to redo this page and use these elements, just that's what it was. And I'm going to reuse these elements and I'm going to redo this page and then put it in my album. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started.
Okay, so now this page is going to get going. So I've decided this was like a piece of white that came in the album. It looks like mixed media paper, I think. And it came in the album, which was cool. And then some of the pages have these little tabs on them and everything, and I really like that. So I just decided I was going to go ahead and instead of even using a page protector on this page at all, I'm just going to go ahead and use this mixed media paper that was right in the album already. So I'm just going to do it straight onto there. And what I'm going to end up doing is making this whole thing a flip up. So the story is going to go underneath the photograph and underneath the day one card, and I felt like that was going to be better because in the original I just felt like there was too much writing on like the front of a page, and sometimes I don't like my stories like that. I feel like I love the embellishments and everything, and so to have that much story like just on the front just seemed like just too heavy for me, even though it's not that the story's heavy. I mean, good grief, it's about picking out Christmas trees. But you know what I mean. So I just really felt like this flip up was a better way to kind of have this whole layout for this day to be done. So that's what I'm just doing. I'm just going to go through that and make this a flip up and make the page look a little bit more how I feel like it should look. So that's how it works, guys. So I don't know how many of y'all are doing December dailies. I'm pretty stoked about doing it this year. I didn't do it last year at all. And as I was going through my 12x12 album, I was like shocked to find out I only scrapbooked one page from last Christmas at all. I mean, one. And I've got a zillion pictures from last Christmas, but only one of them got scrapbooked, and it was of my girls when they went and saw Santa, which they're a little too old to go see Santa anyhow, but they still do it to like, appease me, I guess. I don't know. What's funny is like, I don't think we're going to go see Santa this year though, so I won't even have that photo in my book. We'll see. Maybe I can figure out when we can go. But yeah, so I only did one page last year at all. So what I've been working on before this December album started is I started working on scrapbooking some of last year's Christmas. So some of the major things that we do, like stockings or pajamas or any of that kind of stuff that we do year after year after year, I love having pages of those different things. Well, what I'm excited about is that it all gets to be in one book this year. And that's this December album. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I considered doing a 4x6 version of it, and then I just said, you know what, I like 6x8. It's kind of like a mini album thing. My one from 2 years ago is a 6x8, and it seems like a decent size where you can have 4x6 photographs. You can do smaller ones. It's not too big of a deal. And that way too, I can kind of store those albums together. I have like hardly any storage in my house at all, y'all. So like, that's actually something I need to consider, because something smaller than a 6x8, I don't even know where I would put something like that. So anyhow, that's neither here nor there. So as I'm sitting here working on this album, like I can't stand like just the blank backs of anything. So I did go ahead and cover the back of the top of my flip up with this cool plaid pattern paper. And then I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, that really needs something else too. And so we'll do these little Christmas trees, because, it's about getting our Christmas tree anyhow. So that worked out really well. I was thinking at first that I would do two, because it's both girls in the photo, but that didn't work either. So one is good enough. And at least it just keeps it so that nothing looks just like completely blank in my album. So I don't know why just minimalism is an issue for me, but apparently it is. You would think my house is like super lovely decorated, and for Christmas I feel like it is. Regular time, it's pretty minimalistic, because I don't feel like I'm very good at decorating, but that's a whole nother story. So anyhow, I'm just going to keep embellishing this page. So as I figure out this last little embellishment, it's a little leatherette sticker that says Traditions. Obviously going to get the Christmas tree. That's awesome. I'm sitting here looking at it going, okay, this white is really white. And so I decide, you know what, I need a little bit of color on the back of this page. Just on the background paper, and just add in a little bit. I wanted to kind of bring in some of the blue, which is on that little pocket life card that I used with the Christmas tree. So I'm just using some blue. I'm also going to mix in a little bit of pink from the color kits, and just get it so that there's a little bit of something on the back of this background page. So just getting a little bit color back there, just some watered down paint. I put it on really thin, so it's going to dry pretty quickly. I do help it out a little bit, but just get that going. And then put a little bit of pink on the back too, just to give it a little bit of color. What I really like is how pastel-y it is. So my title page is like pink and the light blue, and then I feel like it's kind of got some flow to it then, because then day one it's got a little pink and the blue as well. I did really want the pages to kind of flow together, and it's going to be tough because the photos, aren't exactly always going to flow together from one, and some of them might call for, bolder colors, or, black and white always is kind of like on its own. But, when you're dealing with daily type of stuff, sometimes the photos just aren't so great. And I've been taking all of these with my whole thing has been with my cell phone. I haven't even busted out my big camera yet. But that's okay. So you just want to, I feel like if my pages kind of all flow together, then it won't matter quite as much with with my photo. So anyhow, I had made, this is actually the third version of this tag. I kept breaking them and stuff like that, and then tearing them off and putting them back on. So I finally got one that worked. And then this page is getting really close to being completely finished. Like I said, guys, I'm not always going to spend this much time. I actually redid day 2. It did not take as long as this one did. I think it was just, I was trying to get it all to work and, feel out and make sure I was doing what I wanted in this album. So it's taking a little bit longer than it would because my flow is just a little bit off, but I like how it turned out, and I feel much more solidified in how I want the album to look. And so days since then are actually going together a little bit better. So I am at the end of this video. In just a couple seconds, I'm actually going to show you days 1 through 3 with details. When I was filming this, I had not yet received the 6x8 photos that I'm including, because I was trying to kind of do it like a week at a time of the 6x8s, because I can't print them, so I have to order those. So, but they came so fast. Like, let me do a shout out to Persnickety Prints, guys, because I ordered 6x8s. I ordered them on like a Saturday. I had them by Tuesday. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And they ship them to me. I don't live in the area. I can't go pick them up. So shout out to Persnickety. They rock. All right, guys. So album time. I'm doing a quick flip through right here, but I'll show you, I want to show you my detailed pictures right now. So here is day 1, and just a couple of little details of different things that I've done. The little paper clip is just to hold it to day 2. That's with it open. So then we've got spread for day 2. I did put 2 photos on there because there were 2 different little stories that I wanted to make sure were included. That one's another little flip over. And then this one's just strips right on. Again, I used it straight out of what I had done. And then day 3, this is what I posted for Hip Kit today because that's where I'm at. And you guys just keep paying attention for the days coming up. Thanks for watching. Bye.